I need you all to know that I switched back to black coffee before this video, and for some reason, it's just not hitting the same as my double espresso and chocolate milk. What are you guys sipping on? Welcome back to more CS News. We got a lot to talk about today, and including if you're an Astralis fan, I just want to say I am so freaking sorry as the Austin major qualifiers have continued, and of course, we do have our finalized teams who will be now at that Austin major. We'll talk about in the latter half of today's video, but the main priority we are talking about is the downfall of Astralis. It's been slow, it's been steady, it's been prolonged, and even with this lineup on paper, which looks freaking so good, all right? You guys know me. I'm a Cadian super fan. I'm a Dev1ce lover because he's just a good-looking man and deserves the world, and that is the continued sentiment after their major run came to a close with absolute heartbreak. Will someone save Dev1ce is what the public is saying.
It's up good for a kill, not for the second. They were all bunched up there in a temple. Now Alex holds the center of the bomb site. Mate's back. Here's him coming. Headshot getting the first man. This will be a magical 1v3 clutch. He's got it down to one man. Stare! Oh, he loses it! It is a 3K for Alex 666. The number of the beast says paybacks a bitch. As Bait will make their way to the Austin Major.
Bait first entered CS back on the 6th of August 2021 and nearly
to lose out on your major chances, not only with a lineup like this, who is supposed to be a top 15 team in the world, coming from a region which, yes, historically speaking, is a very difficult region, but a victory that should have been had, okay? They should have been able to come away with 3 victories in these MRQs. If you are a top team in the world, you should be able to do so. I'm not saying the format is not cutthroat, it certainly is, but then to lose out on your chances in a 1v3, that is such a crazy way to go on both sides, right? On the flip side, it's a crazy way to make the major. On Astralis' side, it is absolute heartbreak, led to, of course, Dev1ce speaking out on Twitter about this, saying, that's all, folks, and that is now 5 straight majors without Astralis managing to qualify. It is actually shocking, and I'm sure there'll be historical pieces by Fi and others being done about this that have already been done, but now will be added on to this continuous downfall of Astralis and what once was. When I first started watching CS a couple years after that, it was a couple years of pure dominance of Astralis winning major, and now, almost in consecutive order, they've almost failed to make as many as they won in a row. They've actually extended that beyond that now. It's actually insane to think about how this organization has flipped up on its head. And unfortunately, with this non-major qualification, the bad news somehow got worse. As it is now, according to Overdrive, again, take this with whatever grain of salt you want, but a lot of the times he can be correct on these things. And it's also not doubtful with an organization like Astralis and the spending they have, and of course the sales they've made in the past. It's not inexpensive to have a CS roster, especially when you can't make the major. The one sustainability point for a lot of orgs out there, now 5 in a row, this is looking bad. Saying Astralis is on the verge of bankruptcy. There are 2 options. Either the organization closes or is sold to new owners. Yabby and Stavin cost Astralis $2 million. Earlier, Astralis sold their League of Legends slot for $20 million, but the payments are spread over several years. They won't get everything at once, so this will not save them. Which obviously, yeah, it seems pretty bad, and I'm sure a lot of these counterstrike lineups and organizations out there in general are kind of riding a very thin line. Of course, if you guys don't know, a lot of these CS top teams are propped up by huge gambling sponsors. So if you lose one of those gambling sponsors, you are often going under, or again, you are riding that very thin line of profitability and, well, losing money each and every year. And so for a team like Astralis to consistently not make the major and to consistently spend big money to try and make the major and turn this team around, I don't think it's too surprising to think they could be on the verge of something here. Obviously, I hope that is not the case, and I wish them nothing but the best in trying to sort this out. But it's crazy. It is crazy this situation stems back months ago now to the Bro situation, and now Bro is going to have major stickers, and Astralis will not. I saw people saying this is somewhat poetic. It's just this is the game of Counter-Strike. I mean, it is brutal. You can be right in some months, and then a few months later, you are on the complete other side of the script. And that's where Astralis find themselves now. Allegedly on the verge of bankruptcy, 5 straight majors we will not be seeing then, a roster change likely imminent, and an organization change who knows what is happening behind the doors at Astralis, but it's crazy. And although that was the focus for today's video, I do want to say have a great weekend, guys, because we now have our finalized Austin Major teams who we will be seeing there over in Austin, and we will be there on the ground, and I'm so excited. It sucks every year, though, because by the time I get there, a lot of these teams will also be eliminated. Hopefully, some of the ones that remain will be North American. Who do you guys want to make a run out there, and who are you expecting maybe something surprising out of? But, of course, stage 1, we're slowly approaching that one, and we saw all of our qualified teams. It was a battle back and forth. What are we thinking about these MRQs versus the last chance qualifiers? For me personally, this is a very casual perspective. I barely watched MRQs. I don't know, like for some reason, last chance qualifiers seemed a bit more thrilling, a bit more exciting to me. Maybe it was broadcasting team-wise, you know, these teams not having webcams and all the broadcasts being, I think a lot of them were remote as well for MRQs. Maybe that adds something for me personally. But again, I don't know if last chance qualifiers were ever like the biggest deal for Valve or for CSTOs out there either. But for me, this time around MRQs, I didn't watch too many as compared to the last chance qualifiers. What do you guys think? And until next time, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here bright and early as per usual Monday morning. All right. Enjoy the coffee. I'll be enjoying this black. I'm going to go pour chocolate milk in this. I am such a spoiled coffee brat now. Oh my gosh. We'll see you soon.